I'm Jessica Hume, and I have my outline, and this is my audience. And my cameraman behind the camera. According to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, or the ASPCA, over 1 million dogs get euthanized every year in the United States. The number is even higher for cats. On average, that accounts for one euthanasia every 8 to 9 seconds. AmericanHumane.org states that until the overpopulation issue is resolved, those numbers will remain high since there just aren't enough responsible homes for pets. My name is Jessica Hume, and it breaks my heart when I see stray dogs wandering the streets. In the past 2 years, I have rescued 5 dogs, and by rescued, I mean I picked them up off the street in hopes of finding their owners. Last week, I picked up this guy, a little miniature poodle, who has integrated himself into my family, and we now call him Gary Busey. He had been lost so long that his toenails curled under, and it made it difficult for him to walk. But I'm only one person, and though I know that my actions benefit those helpless animals, the ASPCA does it on a much grander scale. The ASPCA has many ways they're improving the lives of abused, neglected, and stray animals. They have several programs and services to address the well-being of animals, including community outreach programs and anti-cruelty groups. They use strategic cause partnerships to spread awareness nationwide, and they also have a wonderful website that allows individuals to utilize tools to help their communities. So to begin, the ASPCA is always in need of help. The organization was founded in 1866 by Henry Berg, a man who witnessed a cart driver whipping his horse and decided at that very moment it was time to advocate for those mute servants of mankind. So the ASPCA has all kinds of programs and services to address the well-being of animals. Their anti-cruelty program is more than just one group. Coupled with a behavior team, intervention advocacy programs, and field response teams, the organization tries to prevent animal cruelty through professional education and lobbying for humane legislation. The organization's animal health services helps to provide all kinds of resources for pet owners, such as animal poison control, animal hospitals, and even mobile spay and neuter clinics. And it's these clinics that recognize the threat of overpopulation in communities where veterinary pet care isn't readily available. The ASPCA also has extensive community outreach programs designed to create positive experiences for those damaged animals. Team members are made up of veterinarians, dog trainers, animal care technicians, adoption specialists, and many, many more. This program also helps to support other animal welfare organizations too. This is very important because the phrase, "it takes a village," applies intensely to this subject. The ASPCA's programs and services aren't the only direct communication strategy they have. They also use strategic partnerships to spread awareness. Subaru has partnered with the ASPCA, and remarkably, the difference is noticeable. I'm sure you've all seen the commercials where the dogs are driving the car down the street in the neighborhood. Well, that's Subaru. They have almost 7 out of 10 owners own a pet, and customers are 1.3 times likely to own a pet other than car manufacturers elsewhere. This statistic can only mean that those efforts are working on some level to bring all manner of pets and people together. So Subaru covers cars, but what about making your house smell pleasant? I know that I'm having this issue with my new dog right now. Febreze is a proud supporter of the ASPCA, and their ad campaigns that talk about being nose blind are incredibly clever. It would be no surprise that you've seen the commercials of blindfolded people sitting in rooms that look like 3 nights of a frat house party went by, only to be smelling fresh linen and flowery meadows. And just like Febreze, Swiffer has made a partnership with their ad campaign of Shed Happens. For the 3 days in last October, nearly 5,000 animals found forever homes during a pretty huge adoption event. Swiffer was there to give each new forever family one of their infamous big green boxes filled with cleaning supplies. They don't want concerns about pet hair and shedding to prevent a family from finding a pet that they can love for the rest of their lives. So strategic partnerships with national branded cars and cleaning supplies aren't the ASPCA's only effective communication reach. The organization's website gives the end user a whole slew of tools to become outreach individuals themselves. The ASPCA website allows an individual to start their own fundraisers. Whether you want to donate your birthday, start a memorial campaign for a deceased pet, or create a wedding page where the monetary gifts can be donated instead of receiving a gravy boat as a gift. There are several options for raising money and awareness. And if you aren't tech savvy and you don't want to create a memorial page or a wedding page, but you like to exercise, you can join Team ASPCA at nearly any running or athletic event that you sign up for and make your run meaningful by helping pets in need. One of the most important functions of the ASPCA's website is education. Articles help the reader become informed. They give ways to help animals in your own community and how to recognize animal cruelty and abuse to report it. We've talked about what the ASPCA has been able to do to help the community. They've made an incredible impact on the lives of helpless, neglected, abused, and homeless animals. But what can you do? Like I said before, I'm only one person, but I have rescued at least 5 dogs in the last 2 years, including this one. I'd like to think that those dogs would have been rescued by another Good Samaritan, but I couldn't take that risk. Not everyone is into picking up stray animals, but there are plenty of other actions that you can take. The ASPCA always accepts monetary donations, and as a nonprofit organization, they're using your dollars for the greater good. They also accept used cars, trucks, and boats, some of which get transitioned into vehicles that allow the safe rescue of the very animals that we are trying to protect. Additionally, some local shelters have partnered with the ASPCA, so helping them also directly helps the organization. It's a win all around. The founder of the ASPCA, Henry Berg, once said, "Day after day, I am in slaughterhouses or lying in wait at midnight with a squad of police near some dog pit, lifting a fallen horse to his feet, penetrating buildings where I inspect collars and saddles for raw flesh, then lecturing in public schools to children and again to adult societies. Thus my whole life is spent." This drives the point that if he can spend his entire life advocating for these animals that can't advocate for themselves, I can spend time doing the same. You can spend time doing the same, and we can make a difference. The best way to resolve this poor situation is by education and spreading awareness, so why not start today? Thank you.